Introduction. The one-man hide-and-seek, also known as the one-man tag, is a ritual for contacting the dead. The spirits which are wandering restless on the earth are always looking for bodies to possess. In this ritual, you summon such a spirit by offering it a doll instead of a human body. Warning: if you have psychic abilities, you may feel unwell or be prone to accidents during the ritual. Things you need: a stuffed doll with limbs, some rice, enough to stuff the doll full, a needle and a crimson thread, a sharp-edged tool such as a knife, a glass shard, or scissors, a cup full of salt, natural salt would be best, a hiding place, preferably a room purified by incense and ofuda. Preparation. Number 1. Take all the cotton, or whatever it is stuffed with, out of the doll and stuff it instead with rice. Number 2. Clip a bit of your nails and put them inside of the doll, and sew the opening up with the crimson thread. When you finish sewing, tie up the doll with the rest of the thread. 3. Pour water into a bathtub. 4. Place a cup of salt water inside the hiding place. How to do it. Number 1. Give a name to the doll. The name could be anything but your own. 2. When it is 3 a.m., say to the doll, blank, your name is the first it 3 times. 3. Go to the bathroom and put the doll into the water-filled bathtub. Number 4. Turn off all the lights in the house. Go back to the hiding place and switch on the TV. 5. When you have counted to 10 with your eyes closed, go back to the bathroom with the edged tool, knife, etc. in your hand. 6. When you get there, say to the doll, I have found you, blank the doll's name, and stab the doll with the edged tool. 7. Say you are next, it, blank the doll's name, as you put the doll back in its place. 8. As soon as you have put the doll down, run back to the hiding place and hide. How to finish it. Number 1. Pour half the cup of salt water into your mouth. Don't drink it, keep it there. And get out of the hiding place and start looking for the doll. The doll is not necessarily in the bathroom. Whatever happens, don't spit out the salt water. When you find the doll, pour the rest of the salt water which is left in the cup over it, and then spray the salt water in your mouth over it as well. 3. Say, I win 3 times. This is supposed to end the ritual. After this, make sure you dry the doll, burn, and discard it later. Most important, please don't stop this ritual halfway. You must do it through the end. This is a dangerous ritual, and I will not be responsible for what happens to you if you try. Other things to keep in mind. Don't go out of the house until you have done the finishing ritual. You must turn off all lights. Keep quiet while hiding. You don't need to put the salt water in your mouth all the time, you only need to do it during the finishing ritual. Remember, if you are living with someone, you might put them in danger too. Don't continue this ritual for more than 1 or 2 hours. For safety reasons, it might be best to keep all the doors in the house unlocked, including your front door, and have some friends close by so that they can come and help you at a moment's notice, if you ever need them. Keeping a mobile close at hand would be a good idea too. There was a girl called Mayumi. One day when she was walking towards the school, she caught sight of another girl ahead on the street wearing the same school uniform as her. The girl was her classmate and was often the target of bullying in the class. Bullying could often get extreme at an all-girls school like Mayumi's. Sometimes her classmates just ignored the girl, and at other times they would do things like putting used sanitary items on the girl's desk. The teachers knew about the bullying but pretended they didn't see it. Mayumi had no particular feeling towards the girl, but she didn't dare to be the odd one out and so bullied the girl along with the rest of the class. She remembered saying some cruel things to the girl. Mayumi got closer and noticed the girl was looking very happy, and somehow she just kept jumping at the same spot. Mayumi was puzzled. The spot where she was jumping on was a manhole. Why was she jumping like that, smiling like mad? 9, 9, 9, 9. The girl kept muttering while she jumped. What are you doing? Mayumi asked the girl, but the girl didn't answer and just went on muttering, 9, 9, 9, 9. Hey, don't you ignore me? Mayumi said with more heat in her voice, but still the girl said nothing. Until that moment, Mayumi never despised the girl like the others did, but with the girl enjoying all by herself and ignoring her completely, a sudden feeling of anger welled up in her. Why the hell are you doing that? She asked once again, but the girl went on, jumping happily as before, as if she hadn't heard Mayumi's outburst. Then suddenly a strange idea occurred to Mayumi that maybe this jumping on the manhole as you say numbers is a very wonderful and interesting thing to do. It was a stupid idea. Mayumi knew. She felt confused about her feelings, and at the same time found herself wanting to make the girl stop what she was doing. Mayumi somehow couldn't accept that someone like her was enjoying herself in that way. Move, I'll try that myself, Mayumi said, and pushing the girl away, stood on the manhole herself. Mayumi bent her knees well before making a big jump. At the exact moment, the girl who had been pushed away quickly and using all her strength removed the lid of the manhole. Mayumi fell right into it. The girl put the lid back on, and smiling with satisfaction, she started jumping again, this time muttering, 10, 10, 10, 10. One afternoon, a boy walking home from school was approached by an old woman. Do you want a leg? Do you want a leg? The boy tried to ignore her, but she wouldn't go away. Do you want a leg? Do you want a leg? She asked him over and over again. I don't want a leg, the boy rebuffed her harshly. A horrible scream rang out in the darkening street. People who rushed to the scene got the shock of their lives. On the street lay a boy who got his leg torn off. There is no escape from the leg monger. If you say no to the monster, you will lose your leg like the boy above, but say yes to her and she will put the third leg on you, whether you like it or not. There is only one answer that would get you safely out of the situation. Tell her, I don't want your service, but I suggest you go ask blank someone's name. She would do as you say and go to the other person, but make sure you say the name of someone you don't like. About 2 years ago, I wanted to go traveling and was looking for a summer job. Sweltering days had continued for many days. Soaking wet with sweat, I kept looking through a situations vacant magazine and made numerous phone calls, but no place would accept me. I threw the magazine on the floor, swearing with annoyance. Then by chance, a page opened where there was an advertisement offering a job at an inn. The location of the hotel was exactly where I wanted to go for holiday. The pay wasn't so good, but it provided accommodation and free meals for all employees, which was an attractive offer for someone like me who had been living on instant noodles. I called them up immediately. Hello, this is Blank Inn. May I help you? Hi. I saw your advertisement. Is the job still available? Just a moment, please. The receptionist sounded like a young woman. I heard her talking to a man, maybe the owner, in low voices. I waited, full of expectation. Soon I heard someone pick up the phone again. Hello? It was the man's voice. So you want to take the job? Yes, I saw the blank magazine, and I really want to work at your inn. Okay, thank you very much. We'll be happy to have you with us, too. When can you come? Anytime. Well, then, why don't you start tomorrow? Maybe I take down your name. It's Cameo, pseudonym. Fine, Mr. Cameo. Come quickly. Things went surprisingly smoothly. I was lucky. I always record phone conversations in case I miss out on important information. I took notes as I replayed it. I had a lot to take with me. Since it was a live-in job, I needed things like an insurance. I glanced at the inn's advertisement again. It had a picture of the inn in black and white. The surroundings looked beautifully rustic. I felt relieved at having finally found a job and was also glad it was the place I wanted to visit. But something was wrong. I started cooking instant noodles while humming a tune. The tune, too, sounded somewhat strange to my ears. Feeling the humid breeze from the window, I began eating the noodle. Then I realized what was wrong. The conditions were good. I could both earn money and enjoy the feeling of traveling too. There seemed to be some girls working there and I could expect a pleasant encounter, but somehow I didn't feel happy at all. I looked myself in the mirror. I felt severely depressed and for no reason at all. My face looked as though it had suddenly become older and lifeless. The next day I woke up with a terrible headache. I had a nasty cough. Maybe I caught a cold. I tottered to the bathroom and brushed my teeth. Blood oozed from my gums. I looked at myself in the mirror. It gave me a fright. I had very deep dark circles under my eyes and my face was so pallid that I looked almost... Should I not go? But I had already packed everything the night before. Still, I hesitated. Then the phone rang. "Good morning, this is blank Inn. Is it Mr. Cameo?" "Yes, I was just getting ready to go." "I see, but are you okay? You don't sound well." "I'm fine. It's only that I just woke up." "Take care of yourself. You can enjoy our inn's hot spring when you get here. It's only the first day and you've got to relax a little. We are not so busy yet." "Oh, thank you very much, but I'm quite okay. Thank you." How kind of them to call me like that. I was very grateful. But as soon as I hung up, I started feeling cold all over. My head was spinning as I opened the front door. I'll be okay when I get to the inn. I was so unsteady on feet that as I walked to the station, people turned their heads to look at me. Soon it started raining. I had to walk without an umbrella in the cold rain. My coughing got so bad it was painful. I want to rest at the inn. I arrived at the station drenched to the skin. I bought a ticket, then I saw my hand, the appearance of which gave me a shock. Although wet with rain, the skin was very rough to the point of cracking. It was the hand of an old man. What's this? Maybe it's a disease. I hope I can get to the inn all right. I walked up the stairs, leaning heavily on the handrail and taking frequent rests. There was plenty of time yet before the train came. I almost collapsed on the bench. I wheezed hard. My voice was gone. My hands and feet felt numb. Headache attacked me constantly. I coughed again and blood splattered out of my feet. I wiped my mouth with a tissue. It was covered with blood. I stared at the platform with blurry eyes. Quickly, must go to the inn. The train arrived and the doors opened. I saw people getting on and off and slowly got up from the bench. I had a pain in my lower back. I staggered to the door. My body ached everywhere. If only I could get on that train. And just when I placed my hand on the edge of the door, an old woman with a fiendish expression on her face appeared from the inside of the train and made a dash towards me. I was knocked to the ground. The old woman staggered for a moment, but she attacked me again. We began to grapple with each other, but sadly I was so feeble that I was no match even against an old woman. "Stop! Stop it! Let me go! I have to get on that train!" "Why? Why?" Sitting astride on my chest, the old woman asked me. She took hold of my head and pinned it firmly to the ground. If not, I won't be able to go to the inn." The station staff came and pulled us apart. The train was gone. Unable to even stand up, I sat still in the middle of the gathering crowd. Then the old woman, breathing hard, said to me, "You are being called." That was close. And she left. The station staff asked me a few questions, but I was soon released. Reluctantly, I started walking towards home. On the way, I gradually began to feel better. My voice began to come back too. I caught sight of my own reflection on a shop window. My face had regained its color. It was odd. I arrived home, put down my luggage, and smoked a cigarette. When I calmed down sufficiently, I picked up the phone, thinking that at least I could tell the people at the inn that I was not coming. But what I heard the next moment was a mechanical voice which said, "The number you have dialed is not in service." I dialed the number again. "The number you have dialed is not in service." I was confused. The number was exactly the same as the one from which I received the call this very morning. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. Then I remember I had recorded the conversation. I rewound it to the beginning. Play. Zzz, bzz. "Hello, this is blank inn. May I help you?" What? A shiver went up my spine. I was sure it was a young woman's voice before, but now it sounded like a man's voice. Ah, hi. I saw your advertisement. Is the job still available? Just a moment, please. Bzz, bzz. What? I thought I caught some bits of their conversation. I rewound it a little and turned up the volume. Just a moment, please. Bzz, bzz. Rewind. Just a moment, please. Bzz, bzz. It's so cold. Rewind. It's so cold. I'm freezing. It was a child's voice. Moreover, I could hear voices of so many people groaning and moaning in the background. No! I jumped back from the phone. Okay, thank you very much. We'll be very happy to have you with us, too. When can you come? Anytime. The conversation was as I remembered it, but I was talking to a middle-aged man. The voice I heard now was a chillingly deep voice of an old man. Fine, Mr. Cameo. Come quickly. The call ended at that point. I broke out in a cold sweat. I was unable to move. It started raining buckets outside again. Soon, the recording of this morning's conversation started replaying, but I was the only person speaking in it. Yes, I was just getting ready to go. Die, 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 die. I'm fine. It's only that I just woke up. Die, 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 die. Oh, thank you very much, but I'm quite okay. Thank you. I unplugged the phone completely. My mouth went all dry. What? What's this? What the hell is this? I grabbed the Situation Vacant magazine. Trembling, I turned its pages to find the advert. My hands shook. The page was there. The magazine was brand new, but only that particular page had creases and stains, and was slightly burnt around the edge. No matter how you looked at it, it was an old piece of paper, like a magazine page from a few decades ago, and the page showed a picture of a burnt down inn, and some paragraphs below it, the words read, 30 dead. Fire started in the kitchen. The fact that the body of the owner was found in the kitchen indicates the fire started while cooking. The fire rapidly spread and many guests failed to escape and burned to death. This is not an advertisement. I sat there paralyzed. The wind blew and caused the pages of the magazine to turn. My mind had become numb, and I sat as motionless as a stone. Just then the rain started to subside, and for a brief moment, I was enveloped in dead silence.
Two-Face, letting the blow, plus getting the dough. We be checking your hoe while you sweating the flow. I be's intellectual, incredible, and flexible. I turn the virgin sexual, impeccable, and technical.
I be the first letter, you ain't know. Check the alphabetical order. My natural elements, chemical shorter to leave it cruel. More bloodier than menstrual waters. On the 28th, your thoughts are pennyweight. I'ma generate these bonds. Watch as I detonate.
At any rate, I separate like races. Niggas segregate you featherweights, LMA.